Yo, what's up, everyone? How is it going? How's your FIFA World Cup adventure been treating you? Well, folks, this is the second week of play in the competition. The first round is winding down. I'm not too happy today, I can honestly say. My team is in big trouble. Looks like they're going to be out of the tournament. Today they lost a very epic and amazing game to Greece. One of the great comebacks I've seen in years. It's their very first ever win in the FIFA World Cup for Greece. They've been in the World Cup just their second time ever since 1994. And one of the great games. They were down 1-0. They tied it up 1-1. There was a sending off. Nigeria went down to 10 men at the 34th minute of the game. Then Greece came back on a corner kick. They broke the game open and went up 2-1. And then that was the rest of the game. Nigeria just didn't show. It's like, in a way, they lost it. They lost the confidence. They lost the belief they could win the game. It was almost like that Spain game. I watched Spain versus Switzerland. Once they fell down, they tried to come back. They really did. But they just didn't have it in them to pull it off. And then I saw some of the highlights of Argentina versus South Korea. And, Argentina just put a clinic on them. They beat South Korea 4-1. South Korea was coming off a big win off of Greece, 2-0. And coming into this game, they could have used the points, but they know it was going to be a tough game against probably one of the most talented teams in the world in Argentina. It's the same thing for Nigeria against Greece. Nigeria has all the talent, all the natural talent. This is probably the best team in Africa. And the Super Eagles just couldn't get the job done. The Greeks showed what it's all about. Sometimes you don't need to have superstars to deliver the goods. Sometimes you need a good defense, a good everything. That's why Greece won Euro 2004. They played that same tough defense. Aldo Rehago, he just had a better game plan than Lars Hagerbach. I look at the situation now. I don't know what to say. Even if they play against Argentina, if they could somehow win that game, they'll tie with Argentina and go to the next round. But with Greece, they need another goal to get through. If they get a draw, I think they'll get through because, with South Korea, if they can get another point and another goal, they'd go through a goal differential to South Korea. But I think South Korea is going to still go through. I think South Korea might beat Nigeria. I think they will beat Nigeria. I think Nigeria is completely out of this tournament. I don't see any fight in this team. I think right now they're playing out the stretch, and if they have any chance, it's going to be a miracle. But I think they're done. And as for South Africa, hey, they played a heck of a tournament. They got a draw. They lost 2-0 yesterday. Actually, 3-0 to Uruguay. Diego Forlan, just showing that he's a star. The guy already got 2 goals in the tournament. Who knows? He might get another one before this whole tournament's over and end up with 3 goals. Who would have thought Diego Forlan would come to this tournament, score as many goals as he's been scoring? Well, don't wonder he won the Golden Boot in his league. This guy has been doing the job. The last few years it's been kind of up and down for his team, Viva Real. They've done good on the Champions League. They've done good on the Europa Cup. There's no doubt in my mind. But he hasn't really done it at the international level for his country, Uruguay. And this is for the first time in years Uruguay has actually been good. And one thing you got to remember about Uruguay, folks, is Uruguay is the first country out of all the nations, Brazil, Italy, Germany, all the nations on the planet Earth, they're the first country to ever win the World Cup. Against who? Brazil. And it was in the 1930s. It was just after World War II. And that's one thing you guys got to remember. You can't count out the Uruguayans. They're a tough team. And I think they'll win their group. And they're going to make it interesting down the stretch here. Mexico plays France today. And that game's within 20, 30 minutes away. Big game for France. I think the French people, they got to be prepared for anything. And I feel that France can pull this one out against Mexico. We'll see what happens. Mexico has all the talent, all the star power. But I think with France, they have a good defense. I believe in their goalkeeper. He's a good young goalkeeper. He has a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent on France. Can Raymond Domenech put together a good game plan to get France to the next round? That's the big question. I don't know if they have it in them, but I know they can win. It's up to them. They got to make it happen. They have no choice but to win today. It's now or never for this team. France, you got to deliver the goods. It's been a while since you won the World Cup. In 1998. Lost it in 2002. You got knocked out early. 2006, you lost it against Italy in the penalty shootout. We all remember the Zidane heading business. It was terrible. There's no doubt in my mind. But today, you guys got to step it up. It's the same thing for England, the same thing for USA in their games tomorrow. They got to step it up against lower opposition. But hey, watch out for Slovakia, watch out for New Zealand. These teams are no pushovers. They're just showing that anything's possible. In the 2010 FIFA World Cup, I've heard lots of controversies over the vommzuloos. You know what? Who cares? It's culture, folks. The vommzuloos, you know what? You know why I think Greece won that game today? It had to be the vommzuloos. I mean, they complained about them, but in the end, I looked in the crowd as I was watching on television today, and you could see the fans blowing those vommzuloos from Greece. They were having a ball. The fans from South Africa, the fans from all over the world, they're having a good time. And that's what it's all about, folks. That's what the World Cup's all about. I wonder 6.9 billion people around the world love to watch this event every 4 years. Folks, it's just like the Olympics. Everybody's just there to have fun. And that's what I love about sports. And that's what makes this game the world's game. And if you can't understand that, what will you understand? Folks, it's a beautiful game. It's the World Cup. And that's all I got to say. For the FIFA World Cup, for the World Cup today, my name's Mark Spencer, and I hope to be back and bring you some more news. For June 15th, 2010, I'm going to be watching that France versus Mexico game today. And hopefully I can bring you some more news as the days progress and give you the news and the notes as this series of games progress. And I mean, there's been some rumors, even with the Nigerian goalkeeper, he might be going to West Ham. I think that guy has played awesome in this tournament. His team let him down. The defense was horrible. There's no doubt in my mind. But I think this guy can play. And hopefully West Ham sign him, because I think this guy's a real deal. I love to see him play in the Premier League next year. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, my name is Mark Spencer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for the World Cup today.